Hello, we are here with Angela, and she is the manager of the coffee shop at Aroma here, and she is going to share with us a little bit about her journey into becoming Christian. How old were you, and where were you when you began to learn about Christianity?
I was in middle school. Well, I didn't learn a lot, but that's my first encounter, I can say. It's how I met people from church, and I started thinking that there's a God.
And tell us about the moment that you decided, yes, I want to be Christian, and I want to take that next step to being baptized.
Well, when I was in middle school, I fought a lot with my parents, especially my dad, so I didn't have a good relationship with him. And my friend brought me to this church, and there's this lady, which is my friend's mom. She talked to me one time when I was really sad, and she told me that God created everything, but I'm his most precious creation. And yeah, she taught me how to sing a worship song, and she was just there for me, and I just started thinking and decided that Christians are nice and I want to become a Christian. But I didn't know a lot about God yet at the time.
Angela, in addition to being the coffee shop manager, she also sings on the worship team, and she is taking piano lessons with me, and she is a very good student and very capable of playing on the worship team on keys at some point in the future. How did you come about finding out about Aroma, and what kind of impact did the Aroma have on you?
I was in college, and I was just looking for a part-time job, and then I found Aroma. I found this cafe, and it seems to be a church as well, because it says we're the Aroma Christ on the wall, and there's this foreigner being weird. It's just being him, which is Chris, our boss, our pastor, standing out there. And I just asked them if they're hiring anyone, and then I started working here, and I started also going to church here and learned a lot about Jesus, and also got baptized here.
What about your family? How does your family feel about, can you tell us a little bit about their religious practices, and then how do they feel about you becoming Christian?
My family is very traditional. They just do what all the Taiwanese people would do, just burn incense and paper money and all that, worship different gods for different reasons. I grew up with that. They're pretty, how do I word that? They were fine with me becoming a Christian, I guess. They even came to my baptism. They just, you can say they don't care as much. They told me I can believe whatever I want to believe when I grow up, when I turn 20. Or there are some beliefs that I believe, or some things I do they don't like or they don't agree, but they don't usually get mad at me with these things.
The things that they do, like burning the money or some of the other things that they might do in their faith, did you understand why those things were being done when you were growing up?
Some things I guess they would explain a little bit. Some things they don't even know. We just do whatever my grandma was already doing, and then my parents are doing it, and then we as kids, we just do what they told us to do.
It's kind of like you do it without questioning, just because that's what's modeled for you by the older people in your family.
I guess if you don't do it, you get bad luck, or you don't get the blessings, or something like that.
Can you explain the burning of the money? That is something that has intrigued us since we've been here. What's that about?
It's kind of, so if you're burning money to the gods, I guess you're, what's the word, bribing?
Oh.
It feels like that to me. And or if you're burning money for your families that passed away, you're like sending them money so that they can use in the other world.
And how do they know if they receive that money?
You don't know. You just doesn't believe that that's what's happening.
We asked you for this interview because you are a model to us. You are somebody that has questioned what they were taught in a way that has led you to seek outside of that. And we just think that you're awesome for taking the step to finding your faith in Jesus. Thank you so much. You're welcome.